Hi, everybody. This is Veronique and Sylvia. Hi, Sylvia. How are you?
Hi, doing good. How are you, Veronique?
I'm good, thank you. So, we're back for a podcast today about karma and past lives. Do you believe in it?
Mm.
Okay, Sylvia, as a psychic, I'm going to ask you a question.
Very deep questions.
Deep question. So, first, let's talk about karma first, because that's two different topics, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
first, do you believe in karma?
I think I do. Let me get, how do I start? I do believe in karma, but I think at the same time they kind of like connected, right, with past lives too.
Ah.
Because like those are things that happened during a past life,
Mm.
and then that you still you either haven't learned anything, or you need to like you
Mm-hmm.
just sometimes it just has to keep repeating until the learning is the lesson is learned, so you're gonna
Okay.
see that pattern throughout different past lives. So I
Mm-hmm.
do believe in karma, but for me it's like it's a kind of like a struggle, honestly, that I have
Oh, yeah?
with being a Christian, which they don't believe in that, and at the same time believing in past lives. So I that's a little bit of a struggle because
Mm.
what do they believe, right? For Catholics, you die and you're waiting for Jesus Christ to
Mm-hmm.
come back. So you
Yeah.
just everybody like you're just waiting, and you're gonna reunite with your family, like family members, your
Mm-hmm.
ancestors, until the day that he comes back, right?
Yeah.
That's the belief in Catholicism or Christians. But then for like this other, or like could say like the New Age, or maybe the Indians, right? They believe in that too. Buddhism
Yeah.
have the past lives.
Yeah.
So
You
there is this thing
reincarnate.
of
Yeah. And actually, it's hell for them. Because actually, heaven
reincarnating.
is when you don't reincarnate at all. You're so good now. You learn everything you needed to learn that you're just going to elevate. You don't need to live
Mm-hmm.
on earth anymore. So for them, being reincarnate all the time is like hell. It's not, you're
Uh-huh.
not being perfect yet. But
Yeah.
same thing as you, as a Christian, so also, I used to struggle. I think that I always felt, even before meeting you or Jen or any psychic, I always felt I had a life before. Always. It
Mm.
always was in me like, I'm like, do you really think that's your only life? Because sometimes I have the feeling that I lived in another time. It's really
Yeah.
strong,
Yeah.
really strong. So past life, I definitely believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you learn stuff. So I guess I should learn to choose the right man because I
Oh
remember
yeah.
Jen
Oh yeah. Did she
doing.
mention that?
Yes, she did a reading. From the first reading, it was hilarious. She was like, "Okay, so I see that you are walking in a river. Like, back in the days, you're walking in a river very hard. You have a baby in your back, and you're walking very hard. And you're like, I shouldn't work that hard. And you're thinking, what is my husband doing? And you have like a feeling. So you go you go back to your house, and you open the door, and your husband is there with like two or three women in the bed.
Oh,
And when she
wow.
said that, I'm like, oh my God, that happened to me in my current life. The same thing. Exactly the same thing. I had that feeling. I went home and I find my boyfriend, okay, of 5 years with another woman in the bed. The same thing. So when
Mm-hmm.
she said that, I'm like, yeah, maybe I carry something from the past again, with
Yeah.
me now. How
Yeah.
come I'm not learning? I should learn.
Yeah, right. Or like get whatever is important. That's what we do, like also in the readings, to try to see like what calling the Akashic record. So like, okay, what is necessary for me to learn from that past life, and what is
Mhm.
that I don't need anymore, that it can be discarded. Like, do you really need to go through that all over again? Maybe you already learned your lesson. So yeah, and then just like,
I don't want
okay,
to live that again.
don't need this. Not even like no future lives going through that. Yeah.
No.
But
Yeah. If I have another life, I don't want to live that again. Okay. I don't want to find my husband or my boyfriend in bed with another woman.
yeah,
Please spare me.
yeah. So I do. Yeah, so I do believe in past lives. Of course, like I said, I have this struggle of like, okay, but how the because you're always questioning things. You never know anything 100%,
Hmm.
right? When it comes to
No.
spirituality, you're always like wondering, is this what it is? Like, what is that? What happens when you die, or like it's all
Mm.
questions. Nobody knows for sure, one hundred
Yeah.
percent. But
No.
I can relate with the whole the past lives, like experiences that I had in the past, like and even like something that happened to my brother, which was
Mm-hmm.
very very interesting. Like he already passed away 20 years ago, and
Mm-hmm.
he told me a story that he was playing a game. I think I forgot the name. Like it's like a table, like a soccer thing that kids play on the table. Don't remember the
Oh
name of
yeah.
that.
What's the name of this? My God, people
Yeah, right.
are going to
Like that.
kill
He has.
us.
Yeah, like what is the
I
name
used
of
to
that?
play that all the time at work every day. Okay, we'll
Yeah,
come back to it. Oh
we'll
my
come
God,
back.
what's the name of this? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I totally forgot too. But
There's an
so
S in
he
it.
an X, an X,
S.
oh an S.
Not the little S.
Mm,
Oh, I can't
so
remember.
no. I not even in Portuguese. I remember. Do you know in French or
Ah,
no? At least if I
it's
remember how it was
I think
in
in like
Portuguese.
English word, but
Okay.
I used to play that when I work at my other company where I stayed that for 4 years. I used to play that every day for lunch during lunchtime.
And you don't
Foosball.
remember? Oh yeah, yeah.
Foosball table. Let's play
Football
the
table.
foosball.
Yeah.
Yeah, foosball. Oh my God.
Still don't know how
Oh,
it's
okay.
in Portuguese, but anyway, so he was playing that.
Yeah.
He said he was playing that with a friend, and then something crossed his mind. Like he got this like information that he was like, "Oh, you've already played this. You've been in a situation like this, and you won." So
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you what it was before. Like he was losing like
Like a
really
déjà vu.
badly. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So he was losing very badly, like I think like 10-1, something like that. And then there was this
Mm-hmm.
voice, this thing that came that said, you already lived this and you won it. So he was like, okay, so I can just
So
relax
weird.
because I'm gonna win. And guess
Oh,
what? He
he
won at
won.
the end. He won. He said, I don't have to
Wow.
worry. I've already played this, it already happened, and I won, so I don't need to worry. And then he was able to come back and win the game. He
So
was
is what? So what
very.
is this? Is that? It's not a past life then. What is this?
It
That's a
was a past
déjà
life.
vu.
Yeah,
So
it's like something that he lived in a previous life, not exactly playing that game, but like
okay.
another whatever that was available, what type of game, whatever
Mm.
game it was,
Okay.
another past life that he experienced. He was experiencing again in this lifetime, his lifetime. They live it,
Mm.
and it was like that voice or that something or the acknowledgement of that, an awareness that yes, it happened, and I know the results of that. It was like that.
Because you never have the sensation. Sometimes you meet someone, you're like, I know this person,
Mm-hmm.
even though you don't know that person. You're like, I think we met before. You never had that sensation, about someone.
No, yeah, yeah, I've had that. Yeah, so there's, I
Like,
mean, the,
because one of my cousins, or another cousin, I have many cousins, by the way. You guys or ladies listening, I have a lot
yeah,
of cousins.
50
So when I
cousins.
say minimum, when I say my cousin, don't ask me which one. So one of my cousins, she's really into this also, and she told me that very interesting. Maybe you know about that. That we're always in the same soul circle. We always stay
Mm,
in the same soul circle. So, for instance, your mom, your uncle, your sister, whatever, if you reincarnate, they're gonna be there again because this is your soul circle. They're gonna
mm,
be a different person, right, or different people, but it's like you're meeting them again, so you kind of know them already.
huh.
They're gonna stay in your
Yeah,
circle. Can
so
you believe
always the
this?
same. I know that there is a possibility of you
Mm-hmm.
just reincarnating within your own family line. I don't know if it's
Mm-hmm.
the only way that it happens, but that is a possibility. Actually, the last reading that I had with
Mm-hmm.
Jane, she was telling me that I was kind of like the past life that was lighting up during the reading. It
Mm-hmm.
was about a previous life that I had. She's like, Was your family, your ancestors, did they come from Spain?" And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh yeah, it's Spain and in Portugal." And then
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Yeah, I see you. Like you had a past life as one of your ancestors, and you were like with a child or something like that, like coming from leaving
Mm-hmm.
Spain and to Brazil." and there was a whole thing of like feeling disconnected with the new place. And she was talking to
Mm.
me about me at the present moment of feeling a little disconnected from like friends, like not having my Brazilian friends, or or like
Mm.
a root, like my friends from my roots, my home
Yeah.
country, something like that. So I was like, oh, and she said, I know it sounds, it's not that it's unusual. You don't hear that often, but yeah, it can be like through your ancestors line from many, many like centuries ago that you come back. But it can also be
Yeah.
friends, people that you're
Like,
friends with,
yeah, my cousin said, yeah, it could be also your friends. It's like a
lovers.
circle of people all over, that and you meet again and you keep on, and that's why you sometimes you have the sensation you're like, oh, I think I know that person. But
Mm-hmm.
so I
Yeah.
definitely believe in past life that I always, even being a Christian, I always had that sensation. And for karma, that cousin also, she's so funny. She's like, because we're talking about karma and like, but it's okay. Karma will get, no, karma will get him. Don't worry about it. And she's like, Ronnie, sometimes these people, they don't get anything. They don't get the karma. They do bad things and they go about their lives, and nothing happened to them.
Yeah, right. That's a possibility too. Mm-hmm. Nothing happened. I see
How
that.
can
Yeah,
you be
like
sure? Something
yeah.
must happen. And I
Maybe
believe
when they die. Maybe when they die, the next life then.
maybe the next life is not good.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to
Yeah.
pay it in the next life. Because you
Ma-
see people who are like do bad things, they still, I'm like, wow, it's
yeah, nothing
amazing.
happened to you, but nothing happened to them that we know or we see. Maybe something happened to them in another private life and we don't know. But my cousin, she was like, no, nothing happened to these people. She was kind of mad. Like, nothing happened to them.
Yeah, so yeah, maybe it's just like for this lifetime, they're like, wow, you're gonna get a free pass, and then you're gonna have to wait until the next life, and then you'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay your due because Marilyn
Yeah,
Monroe was
yeah.
always talking about that.
Oh
He was,
yeah. What
he
was
was
he
always
talking about?
like, don't be careful, don't do that because if you reincarnate, you can reincarnate on like somebody who's maybe handicapped or maybe somebody who has a disorder or somebody or not like not in a good body, right? He's like be very gentle and good at what you do today because you and he was a hardcore Christian by the way. And he believed in
Mm,
he was a reincarnation, right?
yeah,
So is that really something maybe, that cannot go
yeah.
together? Maybe it goes
I
together.
think
I don't
I
know.
mean, in the end, because my parents, I think my mom believes in that. So, and she's Catholic. My dad is Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
It's always just, I think, just a matter of like really questioning things. Like, do
Yeah.
they does this exist or not? This is really what it is. I like also the idea of thinking that you die and you just meet with your loved ones and have, I think it sounds
Oh
good too.
yeah. And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yes. Yeah.
So, but then the reincarnation, then you're like constantly changing. It's just so like, oh my god,
And my
so
husband
mysterious.
doesn't believe at all at this. He's
Oh,
like,
he's not gonna
no, no,
believe any of that. Yeah.
no. He's like, no, 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 no. Why would I come back again? I don't want to live again. This he's like, why would I come back again when I'm dead and I can see exactly like my loved one and everything, and I'm with God.
uh,
Why would I come back again on this earth? Well, but life is beautiful. Why
yeah, like why
not?
come back? But at the
But
same time, look at the
mm,
amount, like 2,000 years, right? To more than that, like
no,
Christ
not.
after Christ, but before Christ. So you had 7,000 years of civilization. Like, yeah, I think yeah, you kind of like recycle. You go learn and come back, and you go and
Recycle
do your
souls.
thing. Yeah, like one of the readings a long time ago one of the first ones I did, the guy was talking about a past life that I had in during like, what was that city that was underwater?
Oh
Oh my
hell
god,
no.
Yeah.
Uh,
What was the name? Atlantis? No. Was it?
Atlantis? But did that really
Yeah.
existed?
Yeah, I mean it did,
Atlantis?
right? Otherwise
Okay.
the people
Ah,
would
and it
not
went
talk
into
about it.
yeah, and there was something wrong with the weather, and it went into water. Okay.
Yeah, something like that. It was like very old. I'm like, oh my god.
So
So
also.
yeah. Yeah. The thing is like which no, yeah, what for sure. That's one thing he said. But
Mm-hmm.
like what I think about, then you forget, like you don't remember any of that stuff, right? So what's the point
Yeah.
if you don't remember anyway?
I
Sometimes,
know. How are you going to learn if you don't remember what the bad thing you did, the mistake you did in your past life? How am I gonna learn to be better in that life?
and how
It
does it?
happened to me with the
Yeah,
husband. It happened to me again.
and it doesn't make you feel any better because you're not gonna meet the friends, the families that you have now in another life. Like it's gonna
I
be
know.
different. So it's
I know.
this is like that's the weird part too
Like
that I'm
the
like,
Indian community, it's hell. Might be hell. I think it's good. It might be hell. I don't know. But
yeah.
made me think about the karma. For karma, I'm like, I really believe in karma because it told a story. Like I had a friend. I mean, she was a sister of another friend, and we became friends. And at that time, we were both waitress, broke, no boyfriend, nothing, just going to the restaurant trying to make some money. And then she met, we went out and she met her Prince Charming, and she left her, she got married, and I think she had a kid or something like that. And she wouldn't talk to us, me and other girls, right? And she wouldn't talk to us at all. And I'm like, that biatch, when we were all in the trenches, working hard, sweating, you were with us. And now because you meet that guy and he has money, I think he had his own restaurant, something like that. He has his own restaurant. And now, you're with him working at the restaurant and you're giving orders and you don't want to talk to us anymore. We're not good for you anymore. And I'm like, and I was kind of mad. I was like, okay, it's okay. Don't worry. Karma will get you. Oh, karma got her good.
Oh my god.
Oh, guess what happened? Years later, I'm with Pascal, we're married, and we just had Eden, we had a baby. So Eden was like maybe like a year or something like that. And I had friends visiting, and I'm like, oh, let's go to the restaurant I used to work for in San Francisco. Let's go meet there and have lunch there because it's a really good place. So we go there. Guest was waitressing there and serving us at the table.
No way.
Yes
Oh
way.
my god.
That girl, she's back there waitressing on me. And I'm with my family, my baby, my husband, and I'm like, in my mind, that can be
Oh,
her. I'm like, and she's all smiling. She's like, oh, he's so happy to see me. What are you doing here? I'm like, what are you doing here?
oh my god. So what is the story? Did she tell
So,
you?
well, she got divorced. Didn't work out with the husband. She got divorced. She lost everything. She had to go back to work. So she went back knocking at the restaurant, the first restaurant, got her, and they took her back, and now she was. I mean, that was 11 years ago, so now I'm sure she's somewhere else, right? But yeah, because she
Mm-hmm.
went back to that restaurant not long ago, she wasn't there. So, but yeah, she
Okay.
had to come back there. But don't you think it's so
That
weird
is
that
completely weird.
then she was there, and I'm in her tables. She had to wait on me on that table. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is my husband, this is my daughter, this is my
Oh
mom, this is
my
my
god,
brother.
this is and
Karma,
you
bitch,
and
karma.
you would be okay hanging out with her even though she was just a waitress, right? And you had your family. Otherwise, you're gonna do the cycle again. It's like
I had no issue
you better
hanging
be
out
nice
with
to
a
her.
waitress or anybody, not with an asshole, because she was an asshole. So no, I wouldn't
Oh,
hang
she
out with
was.
her.
Mm.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, if
but
she did just like, oh
I
yeah, I'm better than you guys and left.
yeah, actually, you know what? That day, I invited her to my daughter's baptism. Actually, yeah,
Hmm?
I did, and she came to the baptism to the church, and after I never saw her again. She's like, oh no, I cannot come
Uh,
to the party because the party was far away, was back in
uh-huh.
Milpitas. She's like, oh, I cannot come to the party. So, and after I never saw her again. That was the last time I saw her. I saw her at church. So I guess, we made peace or whatever. But I was like, in my
Talk
head, I was like,
about
you see,
karma.
you don't even need to hate people. You don't even need to hate on people or to say, I wish, something happened. You
Yeah,
don't need that. He will take care of his own. I didn't do anything. I didn't wish on anything. And I see her in a position where I was, a bit better than the last time we saw each other. You were better than me, and you thought you couldn't talk to me because I was still waitressing.
yeah,
Look at you now. Hmm.
yeah. See, yeah, it
Yeah,
comes back. I think
yeah.
maybe some people, like your cousin was saying, they just don't get any punishment
You get
for
it.
some reason. They live until they're 100 years old and they're still fine. And
Exactly.
like God, God has other plans, but I see that happening a lot. Like if you're being mean and doing like mistreating people, like in this
Mm,
lifetime, you're already gonna see. Like I saw that happening to other people. like even my ex, who was a we idiot, that the first one that I dated, that
Mm-hmm.
American. Like
Yeah.
that guy was pretty much ended up almost like a homeless, from like MBA
Oh,
working as a controller in a nice company to almost like, I think, I don't even know where he is now, but like his life got completely ruined. It was his own
really?
choices. Yeah. Like living like a homeless person almost.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh. No,
So
but
see,
you have mental issue, right?
I think he had mental issues. Yeah,
Yeah, he
probably
must have
then
had.
got like alcoholic. Who knows? Like everything, right?
Ah,
It
yeah,
just, and then for like just went downhill after I left him and like, see ya. Then he's
yeah,
just, it started going down, 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 down. So I'm like,
yeah. You were not gonna stay
that
with that.
that was
Mm-mm.
good. It was the only. So I was like, oh my god, do I attract people like that? But that was the only one in my life that I probably had to go through some learning there. It was like,
Mm,
oh my god, especially moving to another country, like not knowing anything. But I
yeah,
think it was like just a big lesson there. And then after that, very all very nice, thank God, very nice guys.
yeah,
But that
yeah.
one was like, you're crazy. That's what, and I started thinking, it's like American people, like our American guys are crazy like this. Oh my God.
Do you think all American guys are like that?
Like, or they don't talk to their relatives, they don't talk to their parents. That kind of like, I've never heard of
Ah,
any of that in Brazil when I was like, when
yeah.
until I
No
moved
way.
here and I started hearing those things. Oh, I don't talk to my brother. I don't talk to, oh, I have an awful relationship
Hmm.
with my mom. And then I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Yeah. No, that would never happen. I mean, that happened, of course, everywhere. But in the Caribbean, people will force you to talk to each other.
Yeah.
Why you don't talk now? We're going now. We're going to his house now. You're gonna talk to him, okay? There's
Ah,
no way. We're family. You're gonna talk to this person. I'm like, oh my god, okay. There's no way.
yeah.
That's why I'm telling you. Since my grandmother died, a lot of in my family, we have clans now. There's these two sisters. They don't talk to this other brother, and they don't talk to that sister because it's 9 of them, and we don't talk to this sister. Blah blah. When my grandmother was there, that never happened. She will never let that happen. Never. There was always little
Mm.
fight. Like once, one of the son got married. He was preparing his wedding, and it's an invitation except for 3 sisters. And my grandmother was like,
Oh,
"You forgot those your sisters," and he's like, "I don't know." She's like, "Oh, they're coming. It's not our wedding, right?" Like, no, no, no. You're gonna send invitation. They are coming, and everybody was there. We were all there. The heck? You not invite all your sisters? No, no. Those 3 are coming too. So
yeah.
she would have never let that happen. That's the Caribbean way, right? But now,
Hmm.
she's not there
Yeah.
anymore.
Then things, yeah, go downhill. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah.
Yeah, but
So
karma exists. Yeah. It's right there
I think he
waiting for
does.
you.
Yeah. I'm waiting for you now or in the next life.
Yeah. If not now, in the next life. Okay. Stay, stay
Yeah.
aware of that.
Oh, we should ask people to the poor also to know if they believe in past life and karma.
Yeah.
What they think.
Do you believe in that?
Yeah. That
Reincarnation.
reincarnation.
Or do
Yeah.
you believe you can come back as an animal? I think that's weird. I mean, that would be too much, no?
So my cousin, the one who's reading into this, she told me it's not possible. It's not the same. She used a word. It's like we have a soul and they have their
Yeah, yeah.
soul,
Uh-huh.
and you cannot mix it. So she said you cannot come back as an animal.
Mm.
I'm like, oh, thank God, because I don't want to come back as a freaking frog or a roach or something, an insect.
If I come back, I want to come back as a like an eagle, like a bird that flies high
And
and
fly
is very safe
away. Yes.
on the top of the trees, and that's it.
Or maybe a
You know?
giraffe. This one tall and
Oh
not
yeah,
everybody
nobody.
can be, you can just stamp on people or rhinoceros or something. Lion.
Or a lion. I can only if I'm a lioness or a lion, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Not a
But
little
all this,
gazelle and everybody's trying to eat me
yeah,
for,
like every time you
for
leave
lunch.
for 2 seconds, you're dead. Like, come on.
What was the point of this?
What's the point of this life? No, don't want
Exactly.
any of
Short
that.
life. Oh my God. So yeah, no, she told me it's 2 different souls. You cannot. So I think I want to believe her on that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, so let's
Yeah.
create make a poll about that, a
Mm-hmm.
survey, and see what people are gonna think.
But
What
perfect is
they
going to be interesting.
Yes.
All
All
right.
right. Yeah, I guess this is all, huh?
Thank you for listening, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube.
Yes, and share with your friends as well. Let them know about our podcast and
Yeah.
let them know how much you love it because I know you do.
Yes. You're still here, so you do.
Yeah. All right,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye.
Bye. Take care.